Hey, this your girl Michelle Diva. I'm bringing you another episode of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 6, Episode 6, Out of Gas. If you are new here, welcome. This is the Diva Nation, and we do reviews here. Okay. We all family. If you are returning, welcome back. Welcome back, y'all. Okay. Give me a thumbs up. Like and share and comment and subscribe to my channel. And we will begin. Okay, now. All right. So Heather lost a lot of weight because she was in that little knit outfit. She looked pretty good. Even her butt went down. Bless her heart. Okay. Now, but that head and that chin didn't go nowhere, honey. The head and that chin didn't go nowhere. Okay. But she lost a whole lot of weight. So her and Angie are simultaneously making coffee. Okay. Angie got this coffee maker in the wall. Okay. And Heather just got this Keurig. Okay. Now, old habits die hard because Heather put some whipped cream on top of that coffee, okay? On top of that coffee to the point where Angie was like, "What is on your lip, girl?" And she was like, "Oh, that's whipped cream. I'm sorry. I ain't had no company over and stuff. It ain't that kind of stuff." Okay, I'm going to stop. Just trifling. Just starting off trifling. Anyway, so they talk about the aftermath of Whitney's party. Okay. So Heather asked Angie, how has Mary been? And so she said she invited Mary over to talk about it. You know, she don't care about Lisa, but she do care about Mary. So she invited Mary over to talk about it. Angie says she feels protective over all of us because, Lisa has been, basically doing these, what they call the reoccurrent takedowns of everybody. Okay. So Heather thinks that she can, go meet with Heather to meet with Heather. To meet with Lisa. She thinks that she can talk her into, to have her admit her faults and apologize. You, my love, are delusional, okay?
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness?
Yeah. If you think you can get Lisa to admit anything, yeah. I don't think so. But Heather has planned it's a super yacht, and they're supposed to yacht with Captain Jason, whoever Captain Jason is. Maybe that's some other TV show, but I don't know who Captain Jason is. But he on a super yacht, and they're going to Canawan, I think. Yeah. So Heather said if we can't enjoy ourselves on a super yacht, then we are some sad bitches. I take sad bitches for 100 wink. I take sad bitches for 100. Okay. Y'all gonna be sad bitches on the ocean. Okay, y'all gonna be sad bitches. Okay. Bronwyn and Todd go to this ice cream shop. Shit. Every time I see them, to me they so sad. I mean, let me put it this way. Todd looks so like, he just so disinterested, okay? This fucking interested. He don't even want to film anything, okay? He is so disinterested, okay? But he love his wife and he doing this for her. But he is so disinterested. But they go to this ice cream shop. No sooner did Bronwyn say that you always steal my maraschino cherry from my sundae, and I like to save my maraschino cherry to the end. He go and steal her maraschino cherry. Okay, he go and steal her maraschino cherry. No sooner you say that you always steal my maraschino cherry, he still steal maraschino cherry. That's some bullshit. I'd have been like, cut. What the fuck? What the hell? What the hell? Okay, I was been so mad. Cut. Okay. Cause I like my maraschino cherry at the end too. Okay. I'd been mad as fuck. Okay, I'd been mad as fuck. Anyway, so Bronwyn tells him that he would have been happy with her because everybody was getting into it at Whitney's party but her. Okay. So, she keeps talking. She was like, I know you want to hear the details. And he was like, not at all. Not at all. So then she tells him about the psychic, telling him about how he's saying that, mom, still sick and everything like that. And he was like, is that his medical opinion? What? He said, I don't believe none of this shit. He didn't say shit, but that's what he wanted to say. I don't believe none of this shit, okay? So Bronwyn told she was like, she cause I can't with Todd. I can't with Todd. Brian would get upset. Okay, Brian would get upset. And she was just like, it touched something in me. Okay. And because, I'm happy about it, you should be happy about it too. And so Todd said, I'm sorry. But Todd, listen, married husband don't film. Maybe you should go with him, okay? Because it is horrible. I mean, it's like pulling teeth with you, okay? So anyway, Lisa and John talk about what happened at Whitney party. So she said, the psychic told us that, told me that we don't communicate and everything like that. We have communication problems. That's what she said. We have communication problems. So then John starts and says, he starts to speak. I don't even know what he was about to say, because soon as he started speaking, Lisa cut him off. I said, yeah, I see that. I see that where the communication problem starts. She just cut him off. He was like, well, and then I was like, oh, I see where the communication lies. I said, Psychic Tony, is it Terrence? I think it's Terrence. You were so right. Y'all, they do have communication problems. So then when John could speak, he said, well, how did that affect you? No, how did you feel when he was telling you this? And so she was just like, she said, a part of me thinks that yes, it's true. And so she was in the confessional. She said there's blurred lines between the business, the family, and the marriage. She was like, I manage the entire house, plus I work. And she said, and I'm being taken for granted. And she said, I'm exhausted, And she said, sometimes I sit in the car and cry to my father. Okay, she don't even go to John. She cried to her father. Yeah, that is some crazy communication. Okay, because first of all, if you having problems in your marriage, your daddy ain't the one you need to talk to. But I get it because I do that with my mama. I don't tell nothing. I don't talk to my daddy like that. But my mama, yeah, I do that. I complain to my mama about what go on in this house. But you, well, you have to vent. So I'm gonna give you that, Lisa. You do have to vent, but then you got to come in the house and talk about it to the family, okay? Because that's what I do. I vent to my mama, and then I come in and I talk about it to my family, okay? So that's what you got to do. You got to vent to your daddy, and then you got to come in and you need to talk to your family, okay? And let them know what is what. I personally feel like her and John are not in love anymore. I think, and that's the reason why she don't want Jack to move out. Because Henry is right behind him, okay? Henry right behind him. It's only a few more years before Henry out the house. And then they going to be looking at each other. They just going to be looking at each other, okay? So I think y'all need to get this together now or just separate. It's okay. It's okay. You know? But, if there's no love there, then y'all need to separate. But if it's some love, you need to try to work this shit out, okay? But Lisa, you need to listen to John, okay? Then John, you need to listen to Lisa. And y'all need to come together, okay? Now, if y'all can't come together, then y'all may need to separate. But y'all need to listen to each other. I see why y'all got bad communication, okay? But anyway, so that's what he said. John said, you don't listen to me, and Lisa said, you don't listen to me. So y'all both need to start listening to each other. Okay? That's what y'all need to do. And John said, well, everything you do is perfect. He said, it's just me. No, that's not how you supposed to do that, John. Because everything is not perfect for her, with her. Okay, if it was, then she wouldn't be disturbing the peace on this damn reality show. But she disturbing everybody's peace on this reality show, digging up shit. Okay, so y'all need to go to some counseling because eventually y'all gonna be empty nesters, and y'all gonna be looking at each other real strange. Okay, real strange. Okay, so y'all need to figure this shit out. Okay, and him and Jack need to move out the house. Don't have that boy all squandered up in that house. He need to move out. He need to be grown. He need to be a grown man, and date men or women. We don't know. Okay, but whatever it is, that's on you, Jack. I'm with you. Anyway, so Angie is having Mary over to talk. Mary already is shady. Okay, she was just like, oh, she was like, so you open the door because usually I have to open my the door myself because usually you can't hear the doorbell. Mary. Mary, stop it. Okay. So then Angie bring her she said, I brought you your favorite drink, even though it's not no sugar. So she read the can. She said, this got 7 cups of sugar in it. She was like, I don't think it got 7 cups of sugar in it, maybe 7 grams of sugar in it. I don't think it's 7 cups of sugar, because that's a lot of sugar. The can ain't even 7 cups, okay? But I think it's 7 grams of sugar. Okay. She said, but you shouldn't eat, you shouldn't drink this. And you know, and she said, I'm not going to drink it and you shouldn't drink it either. I get it. I get that. I get that. But I don't think it was 7 cups of sugar. I think it was just 7 grams. Anyway. So, Angie said she felt like she in the principal office. Okay. She said she was in the principal's office a lot. Okay. As a child, but she felt like she in the principal's office. So Angie said, I'm going to start with saying that I'm sorry. She said, but, you know, I was just responding to the bully on the playground. And so Mary said, well, that's what you're becoming, a bully on the playground. And so Angie was like, no, I'm not. I'm just responding to the bully. I'm not becoming the bully. I'm just responding. And Mary was like, you get so angry that I can't even calm you down. This is no sisterhood. And she was like, this is affecting our friendship. You supposed to be my sister. No, that's your sister. Okay. That's the ER, not sister. That's black folk. Okay. Okay. You supposed to be my sister, okay? You said sister, but that's not your sister. That's your sister, okay? But she said, but you supposed to be my sister. She said, but you are not. I said, okay, Mary, okay. And then she was like, I am your sister. Yeah, because she said sister, not sister. Okay, here we go. She said, well, find another one. Okay. I said, okay. Okay. So then, oh God. Angie said, I don't want you to be mad at me for being me. She said, well, you're different lately. Oh. So we get into this farting conversation. Okay. Okay. Okay, so Mary said, I don't know who you are. You know, you're looking a bit mean. You know, like when you were making fun of my fart. Okay. So they flash back to 1 week earlier. Angie, Bronwyn, and Mary was in the kitchen. They were in the kitchen. They were cheersing to something. And apparently Mary farted. Okay? Mary farted. Embarrassing. Okay. And so... Embarrassing. Okay. So then Mary said, I don't know why I'm farting. Okay. So then she said, I don't know why I'm farting. So then Angie said, well, maybe you should sit over there. And Bronwyn co-signed, y'all, you need to sit over there. And so then Angie said, because if you got gas, and then Mary was like, if I got gas. And so Brown was still laughing. Okay, still laughing. She's still laughing. And so and Angie was like, Mary, she said, well, Mary got gas. What else should we cover today? But then Angie said, usually you smell good. That's when Mary got mad. That's when Mary got mad. Okay. So, and Mary was like, I shouldn't have said anything. Now you're going to say it 100 times. I'm done with it. So we back to the present day, right? So then Mary was like, your dog farted and stunk up the whole house. Okay. And then you said, oh, maybe that's Mary. I eat healthy. My farts don't come out like that. I can't lie. Mine do, honey, because I'm taking this semi-glutide. Huh. Heather's do. Heather's do. Them semi-glutide shots. They give you horrid gas, okay? I can't take myself, okay? I was like, oh shit, where is the spray? Okay. Golly. That's in my clue tie, honey. Heather stank like that. I can't look thing like so. When I'm at work, I don't play games. Blunt spray, I don't care. Whoo, honey, them send my glue ties, honey. They tear your stomach up, but that's neither here nor there. I'm just saying, this is FYI for anybody who wants to go on any semi-glutide, try Zepatides and all that other shit. Your farts stank. I'll kid you not. Anyway, so and she said. But Angie really wanted to bust out laughing, but she held it in. She held it in. And so Mary was like, seriously, if you farted, I would never make fun of you. And Mary kind of looked like she was about to cry, okay? Because she was embarrassing. She was embarrassed, okay? And so she said, I was offended by it. So... Anyway, but no, she said I had gas. I didn't say fart. Oh yeah, Mary, you said fart, baby. You said fart. You said that I can't stop farting in the kitchen. Okay, so you ain't say you had gas. You said you farted, but that's neither here nor there. You was offended by it, and Angie needs to apologize. Okay. Mary, said in the confessional, she said, when I love, I really love. But if you don't love me back, I will turn and unmemorize your existence. I said, God damn. She said, and never look back. Golly. But Angie said, I deeply love you and I will work on myself. And they hug and they hug. Oh, okay. So Heather and Lisa meet up. Heather is upset because she can't bring glam on a yacht. Yeah, the yacht, it ain't but so many people get on a yacht, okay? You can't bring glam on the yacht, okay? So, Heather said Angie's coming on a trip, and so Lisa said it'd be nice because she never been on a yacht.
Stop it. Get some help.
She never been on a yacht. I said, God damn, girl. She said, so Lisa said, I'm sick of her attacks. You know, she gets high off attacking me. And so Heather said, I didn't see that at all. She was like, because she was crying and she was upset. She said, crying about what? Because she's a mean bitch? Damn. Okay. So Heather was like, well, if she a mean bitch, you a mean bitch. She said, well, what did, and then Lisa was like, well, what did I do wrong? You know, Lisa can't never take onus on herself, okay? She said, she talked about my kid's brand, and that is disgusting to me. I'm sick of her nasty digs. And so Heather was like, she probably sick of yours too, okay? She said, with the soup man. And she said, well, you know, she said, I was cheating on, she said, I was cheating on my husband. So I said, well, what about the suit man? Okay. And so Heather said, soup or soup? She was like, suit or soup? So she was like, suit. So she said we thought it was soup, like some guy from the soup kitchen. And so Heather was like in confessional. She was like, the soup man sounds way hotter than the soup man. And I get it, but I wasn't thinking about a guy from the soup kitchen. I was thinking about a guy who he a distributor of soup. That's what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking of man in the soup kitchen. That was furthest from my mind. I think it was about a man who is a distribute. He distributes whatever distributes. So he worked a little upper level. He ain't like the man that's divvying out soup. I ain't think none of that. But so and so then Heather said in the confessionals, Lisa always making shit up anyway. So Heather said, everybody at the table has been burned by you. And so Lisa said, well, maybe, then of course, then she starts to cry. Maybe I shouldn't go. Maybe I shouldn't go. Girl.
Stop fucking crying, bitch! I don't want to fucking hear it.
I can't stand her because she put her little sunglasses on, all right? And she fake crying. God damn, she fake cries so much. I can't stand it. So Heather was like, she does horrible things to you and you do it back to her. And so then Lisa was like, well, don't count my money because I won't count yours. She said, because it's easier to count your money. I was like, so then Lisa in the confessional talking about, well, Heather, it started from you where you basically asked what the hell is her name? Lisa. You basically confronted Lisa about, being a good time girl at college, and but she said she would have got kicked out of college if she was the good time girl. But she did write a book after she lost some weight, and she real thin now, and she doing like this, being a good time girl. So it is what it is. She said, I gave you the title of your book. So Heather and Lisa go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I don't really care what they got to say. Lisa's still going on the trip, so it don't matter. These poor little store clerks and cashier ladies, they looking crazy too. They like, I don't know what's going on. But Lisa and Heather did buy some stuff, so it was they did get a sale from it. So I think they okay with it. But yeah, they just going back and forth. Anyway, Brittany and Olivia, they meet up. Olivia said, remember the last time we tried to meet up? She said, I came to your house or your apartment, wherever, on my 30-minute break, and Jared was there, and you and Jared made out the whole 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness?
Yes, you must be delusional, honey. Okay. So Olivia said, I want you to get to know me, before I want you to get to know me, especially, listen, what the fuck did I write here? I want you to get to know me before anyone, especially, there we go, before anyone, especially someone you're dating or not dating. That's what she said. Yeah, okay. And so Britt was like, I've been accustomed to putting men before my kids, because my kids don't talk to me. And Olivia's like, don't put that shit on us. She didn't say shit, but don't put that on us. Okay, you You did that to us. That's why we don't speak to you. Don't put that on us, okay? And so, Britt was like, "I'm so sorry. I'll do better." She was like, "It's important for you to find out who you are to be before you prioritize anybody else. You need to find out who you are." And she was just like, "Because my worst fear is that we try to gain a relationship and a man comes in and fucks it all up." Basically, that's my worst fear. And Britt was like, "You're my precious baby." She was just like that you know nothing about. She said, "I just don't want to be hurt again, okay? So catch them T's, okay?" I know that's right, Olivia. Tell them. So Heather and Meredith meet up. Everybody meeting up, okay? Meredith chipped her tooth on a piece of candy, and she stubbed her toe in the shower or going to the shower or something like that. Her toe was purple. I get it. I fell in the garage and my toe was purple, and then my toenail came off. It grew back, but it came right on off. It was not cute. So, but she's still wearing heels. I couldn't wear no heels, honey. I could barely tie my shoe. Okay. Heather tells Meredith that she's seeing a different side of Lisa, I guess after her talk. Heather in the confessional says that Lisa likes to dig up skeletons. She did it with Whitney. She did it with Meredith. She did it with Angie. She did it with Mary too. Remember Cameron? She did it with Mary too. God rest your soul, Cameron. But anyway, she did it with Mary too. And so she said she keeps repeating the pattern. Heather said, "Well, why did you let Lisa off? When off the hook when Angie told you what she said about you." And so Meredith was like, when Lisa and I had our falling out, she apologized profusely. Remember when she had that hot mic moment and she and she was venting about Meredith, talking about she slept with everybody in New York. Yeah. She had that hot mic moment, yeah. And so Heather said, "Yeah, that's because she was caught. That's why she because she was caught, and so she couldn't deflect her way out of it. Okay, that's why she was caught. That's why she kept apologizing. Well, Meredith was like, "Well, what if she didn't do it?" And then Heather was like, She did it. We known Lisa for years. She did it. She done it to the rest of the table too." Then Meredith was like, "Well, I don't believe Angie." She said, "I do believe Lisa." And then Meredith in the confessional, she was just like, she said, "Well, did she lie about you and Heather and Jen doing Barbie scissor kicks in hotel room?" I forgot about that. Barbie scissor kicks. Woo. She said, Heather said, "I believe that she did that to you." But Meredith, you should have said that to Angie. I mean, you should have said that to Heather. Was she lying about you and Jen doing Barbie scissor kicks? You should have said that. I don't know why y'all be saying that shit in the confessionals. Y'all need to say that up front. Well, did Angie lie about you doing scissor kicks? Shit, that would have made your point. Don't say that in the confessional. Because nobody cares. Because we know Lisa did it, okay? But that would at least prove your point why you believe Lisa instead of Angie. Oh, y'all get on my nerves with that shit. Anyway, Whitney, Mary, and Angie go to yeah. Really, Whitney, Angie, and Mary meet up at Whitney's house. Mary needs to do her preference list because I guess they have a preference list for the super yacht. And they need to know what your perfect breakfast is, your perfect lunch, dinner, and everything like that. My perfect breakfast, let me see what it'd be. It'd be Waffle House. Let me quit. Well, Waffle House with French toast, though. With French toast, okay? With some bacon and some egg and some hash browns, smothered, covered, scattered, just the way I like them, chunked. All of that, okay? Yeah. I will want that, but I want French toast. I don't want a waffle. I want French toast. Okay, that would be my perfect breakfast. But let's keep it moving. So Angie do Mary's preference list. Okay, everything that she said. The next thing she had 2003 Dom Perignon. Okay, so she be like, make sure they got 2003 Dom Perignon. I think I need some. We would make up some waffles and some eggs and 2003 Dom Perignon. And I need for lunch a turkey sandwich and 2003 Dom Perignon. She had 2003 Dom Perignon on that list at least 5 times. At least. Okay. Jesus Christ. But so she said coffee or tea, and Mary was like tea always. And then Whitney said, well, speaking of tea, I got some tea on Bronwyn. On Bronwyn. It's been floating around. I guess it was in the blogs. Now I didn't see this. Now I saw the other stuff. Okay. But I didn't see that Bronwyn has like grand theft and identity theft charges. And yeah. I know, but basically that's what the blog said, that she got some grand theft and identity theft charges. So, but no one talked to Bronwyn. So Bronwyn and Todd meets up. Okay, Bronwyn and Todd meet up. All right, so. She said, in college, I got evicted. I did too. I mean, what? I got evicted quite a few times in college. And after college too. What the problem is? But she said, and then whatever this identity theft and grand theft, because I don't know why she said she got evicted in college and some of the charges stem from that. I mean, unless she got identity theft with the eviction. I don't know. I have no idea. But she said this happened 10 years ago, but the case was dismissed and it was sealed. Apparently not, but it said it was sealed and she can't legally talk about it. Okay. But I don't know. She said, some of these stem from this eviction. And I was just like, I got evicted quite a few times in college. What I mean, and after college, I don't know what the problem was. I paid it. Didn't I? I did. Didn't I? I don't know. I think so. I don't know. Shit, that was over 30 years ago. Okay. Cares? I guess I ain't gonna be on no reality show because they gonna dig all that shit up. And I'm gonna say, hey, yeah, I did it. Now what? I don't care. Anyway, so Todd said it affects all of us personally and professionally. So Bronwyn is, real sad about that. She's sorry about that. She said, and she thinks she may not go on the trip. Now, there was no on the preview. She wasn't pictured in any pictures, so I don't know if she go on the trip or not. That don't mean she ain't go on the trip. They may not just show her, but we don't know if she go on the trip or not. But Todd was like, I don't know why you want to be around them people anyway. And I get it. But Todd, is a reality show. She got to be around them people, okay? She got to be around them people, okay? You don't have to be around them people. She got to be around them people, okay? So he said, I wouldn't piss on Lisa's brain if it was on fire. Damn, that's fucked up. Okay. Anyway, so she said, well, there is a heavy opportunity that Lisa started or perpetuated these rumors. Okay. Okay. All right. And so, but Todd said, if you do decide to go on this trip, don't come complaining to me that you and her got into a fight, because it's going to happen and it's on you. Okay. And that's where it ended. Okay. So give me a thumbs up. Like and share and comment and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.